I never feel any hate, because again, it's more of a good on you, Rod, well done. Got yourself out of your working class surroundings and you made the most of it.
Rod Stewart spent decades looking indestructible. The raspy voice, the swagger, the packed arenas full of fans singing every word back to him made it seem like time could never really touch him. But over the last 2 years, something about the headlines surrounding Rod has changed. They became quieter, heavier, and far more personal. Behind the jokes about staying forever young was a man absorbing loss after loss while still forcing himself to walk on stage with a smile. It started with the deaths of his brothers, Don and Bob, the men who knew him before the fame, before the mansions, before the world called him a legend. Within just weeks of each other, both brothers were gone, leaving Rod devastated enough to describe them publicly not just as siblings, but as two of my best mates. Those words revealed everything. They weren't simply family. They were his connection to the life he had before celebrity changed everything. Then came another heartbreaking blow when Christina Artukovic, the sister of Rod's daughter-in-law Nicole, died suddenly at only 38 years old. The family had just been celebrating new beginnings with the birth of a baby girl when they were suddenly thrown into grief again. The pain spread through every branch of the family, with Rod watching his son Liam and Nicole struggle through unimaginable heartbreak while he was still mourning his own losses. Even at home, the sadness didn't stop. Rod and Penny Lancaster were forced to say goodbye to their beloved dog Bubbles after a sudden cancer diagnosis. To outsiders, it may have looked small compared to the other tragedies, but for a family already carrying so much grief, it became another painful reminder of how quickly love can dissipate. Then came the death of Ozzy Osbourne, another giant of British rock who had spent years battling Parkinson's disease. Rod's tribute hit people hard because it sounded less like a celebrity statement and more like a man staring directly at his own mortality. "I'll see you up there, later rather than sooner," he wrote, a line that felt deeply personal coming from an 80-year-old performer who has already survived thyroid cancer and prostate cancer himself. There was a time when Rod feared losing his voice more than death after surgery damaged his vocal muscles and left him struggling to sing. Later, prostate cancer forced him into another terrifying battle, one he kept hidden while undergoing treatment. He survived both, but survival changes people. You begin measuring life differently after sitting in hospital rooms and attending too many funerals. And yet somehow, Rod Stewart still walks onto stages night after night, still delivering the songs that define generations. But now there's something else behind the performances. Not just energy or nostalgia, but resilience. The last few years have revealed a version of Rod Stewart the public rarely saw before. Not the untouchable rock star, but a man trying to keep going while pieces of his world quietly disappear around him.